Hello everyone out there in the vinyl community, it's Lunacy here, doing a thread response to the Tcha's 300 subscriptions thread. Got to say, if you haven't seen his videos out there, to anybody maybe catching this video, I would highly recommend going checking them out. The Tcha, loving the stuff you're putting out there, man. It couldn't happen to a nicer guy out there. 300 subscriptions, big achievement, and well deserved, I think. If you're watching this and you're into hip hop at all, the Tcha's the one you want to watch. But not only that, but all different types of music, and seems really down to earth and a normal everyday guy, not just throwing records up and showing them. Trying to actually put out there a little bit about his life and let people know that he's just a real guy that has the same hobby as others, that likes to share things with other people, and I appreciate that, man. I really do. First, let me tell you what's playing in the background. Black Keys Brothers, double LP. Good stuff. Got that going. Thread, basically, the question was, find hidden images or hidden messages in music and art and things like that. At least that's the way I took it. A lot of people have been showing cover art, and I will show some cover art also, but there's also some stuff that I'll show, like hidden messages, and one that didn't really know what it was until I got this thread and really started to research a little bit. So I'll start with some images. Let me start with the first one here. And this may have been shown already before, but it's Black Sabbath, Mob Rules. If you look real close, inside this you can see a skull inside that art. And I'm pretty sure this was shown, but I don't know if it was before the thread or after, but it immediately came to mind as one that had something that you normally wouldn't see, that you have to kind of look, you have to really kind of look it over. That's what I love about LPs. There's a lot of stuff going on them, and you really got to take a look at them, and it's fun just to kind of look them all over and see what you're missing. The next one I have is a pretty common person. Everybody should know him. Ronnie James Dio. This is Holy Diver. Now, if you look at the lettering here in his name, you can see that the letters are kind of a little bit, Old English and different, if you will. Most people have probably seen this, but I haven't seen it shown yet. If you look at it upside down, the letters change a little bit. If you notice right here, this looks like a D. Go next, it looks like an E, V, I, and L. If you look really close, it looks like devil. With the same lettering. It's just the way they tweak the letters to make it look that way. Dio up that way, devil the other way. So, and I had seen that years ago, and I'm sure if you've listened to Dio at all, you probably noticed that or heard that somewhere along the line, but it immediately came to mind again. But the one that really stood out when he mentioned this was a song, actually, that I commonly have heard before and always wondered what the heck they were saying and never really looked into it too much. And I showed some Soundgarden on my thread video, on my Vinyl Updates video. And it was Soundgarden, and this is another, Ultra Mega OK. If you look on the back, there's a couple songs, one called 665 and one called 667. Well, 665 stood out to me. And every time I listened to it, I always thought it was gibberish. I didn't know what they were saying, or the music sounded out of tune or out of place. And when the teacher started talking about this, I thought, man, that must be something different. So I went and listened to it again, couldn't figure it out, thought, oh, maybe I'll spin it backwards and see what happens. So I kind of quickly spun it backwards. I tried to get it for the video. It didn't come out very well because it was hard to get at the right speed. But you can clearly hear him saying something when he spin it backwards. And it sounded like, at first I thought it was Satan, or Satan is king, or something like that. When I really started listening, it sounded more like Santa. And there was Christmas, the word Christmas was in there. And I couldn't get it to spin perfectly, but it definitely clearly sounded like that. So I went to the good old internet, and I looked it up, and sure enough, in that song, 665, if you spin it backwards, he says Santa, and Santa is his Christmas king, and something along those lines with Santa and being a Christmas king. They did it as a spoof because people thought it was a satanic song, or a satanic message, and it was really saying Santa. So I thought that was pretty interesting and clever, and it really came to mind about that. And I have some responses for the questions that the teacher also had. I'll send out, but I just wanted to throw those out there a little bit and let anybody else watching, like I said before, if you haven't catched the Tcha, his videos. Go check him out. Go subscribe to him. He's outstanding stuff, showing a lot of good music out there. And just a down-to-earth, seemed like a really down-to-earth guy. So, the Tcha, congratulations, man. I appreciate what you're doing out there. You're making it easier for the new people coming in, and it's really good stuff. I should be having my thread video coming up also for showing the equipment that you use, and maybe a vinyl updates coming up too. So, stay tuned. Thanks a lot for watching.